want to share it with you guys, and I want to get into understanding how to market appropriately in a listing opportunity. And so, right now, first of all, I want to go live on our Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, I think it's imperative that you join our Facebook group. We're always in there pointing out some great stuff. Let's go, Freedom Day. We're always in there pointing out some good stuff. We're always in there putting out positive information and great information to help you with your business. We're asking questions to create um, opportunities for us to collaborate with each other. And so, just so you know, there are people here in this chat right now, in this Zoom right now, from all over the country. First of all, number one, several different companies. Number two, so we're excited to have this type of collaboration. That's our goal. Our goal is to create collaboration amongst all. So if you're not a part of the group, please join the group. Michael just put the link for the group in there in our Facebook group. As soon as we finish the Zoom, I'll admit you into the group since you signed up right away, and we'll get started. Okay. Now, right now, what we're facing is, I lately I've been getting on stages and I've been saying things like, "Hey guys, if you've been in the industry for, you know, less than 10 years, all you know and understand is an ascending market." And some of you guys have heard me say that before. And a part of that is that it just wasn't that hard to sell the listing, especially post 2020 apocalypse, right? Like the apocalypse happened in 2020, and the zombies were the people lined up around the house waiting to get in so they can come in and give you a contract in your hand. And it was just complete insanity. Nobody saw it coming, but everybody got used to it, right? And so all it takes is just a little bit of time to pull you out of the habit of how you sell your listings and get you used to the excitement of getting 20 contracts, getting 30 contracts, people finding cash under their mattress, trying to go 40, $50,000 over appraised value. The insanity behind that is now past us. And so, although there might be some cities, some states, some places where you still see that a little bit, commonality across the country right now is that has significantly slowed down. And so now we got to work to sell that listing. Now we got to do specific things to really get to the table and tell folks, "Hey, listen, I have this listing. Come see my listing," right? And if you've been in the industry for 15 years or 20 years, then you know what that's like because you knew what it was like to put a sign in the yard, put an MLS, put the house up, do the best pictures, do the best video, do the best everything, and crickets, right? Nobody's calling. And there are a few reasons why nobody's calling right now. Interest rates are 7, 8, 9%, depending on what depending on the buyer and the situation and the type of loan. And people are terrified to do that. Inventory is super low. Why? Because a lot of people are thinking, where in the world will I go? Right now, I have this house at this price at a 2.5% interest rate. Where will I go? Right? If I sell this, I need to go buy something and I'm going to be at 7% or 8% interest rates. And I don't want to do that. However, what you're going to see happen, and we could already see it beginning to happen, is that some folks, because inventory is still low and it's driving prices up, some folks are going to say, "Hey guys, I want to sell my house." And you're going to ask them why. And they're going to say, "Well, we have tremendous amount of equity." And there are going to be many people like that, many people that didn't take out the extra loan on their property, many people that didn't wear out their equity with HELOCs in a pool in the backyard, right? There are going to be people who have equity in their homes. And so that equity is going to help them decide, well, if I have 200, 300, $400,000 in equity, then I can sell this and move to where I want to move and put a really large down payment on something. And although my interest rate would be higher, my loan would be less and my payments wouldn't change so much. And we're going to begin to see that happen. Equally, we're going to begin to see people that took out all the equity in their houses, ran the equity dry, and now they need to sell for whatever reason, family emergency, loss of job, divorce, change of plans, whatever the case is, right? My job is moving me to another state, whatever the case is. And those folks are going to start hitting the market, and those are going to be shorts. When shorts even are not, those kind of maintain market value. It's the REOs that we're going to be afraid of. The people that don't raise their hand and say, "I need a short sale." and the REOs start hitting the market. Because this is what happens. It's just human nature. We saw it happen already. Somebody says, well, hasn't paid his mortgage in a year, and he has a lawyer defending him on that house, and they haven't kicked him out yet. And he's going to be an REO one day, but that's going to be forced by a bank, right? And I just checked the value of my house. My house is worth 300, and I paid 400 for it. I don't want this house anymore. I owe more than it's worth, and they decide to not pay their mortgage anymore. I'm going to live free for the next year and a half, 2 years, whatever it takes, right? And so we're going to begin to see that a lot as well. And so where the market goes from here to there is a tough one, right? Where the house is from here to there is a tough one. However, now we got to put in selling these properties. Now we actually got to get buyers to feel ultimately massively comfortable with putting their under contract for a long period of time. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to share this practice we made, best practices for marketing a listing, right? And so what I want to do is, Michael, can you guys see it okay? I want to make sure before I get into, yeah. All right, I see you shaking your head. All right, cool, thank you. So first of all, let's talk about the importance of marketing, right? So marketing creates the demand for any product, right? If whether you sell bicycles, lollipops, cheesecake, cookies, cupcakes, houses, cars, it doesn't matter what it is. It's about branding. It's about pushing a product out there. And then there comes a large part of creativity and activity that creates an interest in the product, right? That attracts people to the product. And that's what we're going to have to do. Your product is listings, houses, right? And your company is you. Like, I understand many of you hung your license with a company, but you are the company. You are the brand. You are the person that is in charge of selling this listing. So when it comes to marketing and the importance behind it, you want to make sure that you know your product very well and that you are promoting yourself. We'll get into conversations about like videos, right? And in the videos, a lot of people put out great videos, beautiful videos. A lot of people still doing videos with their cell phone, okay? But a lot of people are putting out great videos, but very few people have actually figured out the importance of being in the video. And so when we do videos for a property that we list, we do two videos. We do one with me in it, and we do one with the house alone. The reason that we do one with the house alone is we create that one unbranded to be able to share it with other real estate professionals to share with their clients that are interested in the property. The one with me in it, that's the one that gets marketed to everybody and their mother. That's the one that gets the ad money. That's the one that's on the listing. That's the one that's everywhere, okay? And the reason that I'm in it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the company, right? I'm the one selling this listing, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to really dig in quite a bit more on that. We're going to create a foundation to enhance the brand and the marketing 3 stages of a listing. Coming soon area, the listed area, and the sold area, because each of these are important for their very specific reasons when it comes to marketing. A lot of people didn't have to do coming soons for forever. Now it's important to start setting the foundation to create that demand. If you know you have a listing coming up, you signed the listing agreement today and it's getting officially listed, let's say 14 days from now, because you're going to give yourself time to do photos and video and stuff like that. This is the time frame to get in there and start creating the coming soon. Start creating the demand, start pushing it out to people, okay? Then when it's listed, you've already created a activity function. You've already created an audience for this particular listing. And now you start pushing out the listing. And then when it sells, you want to tell people that you got the job done so that those folks can see that not only did you have a listing, but you're actually successful at your job of getting it sold, right? All right, so let's talk about like the difference between digital and traditional, and we're going to get into it. So obviously digital is everything online, right? Website, social media, podcasts, all that good stuff. Traditional, right, is your cold calling, your door knocking, billboards, radio, word of mouth, all that good stuff, right? So here are some ways that we listed in types of marketing. First, some of them are like using content and informational topics, conversational approach, right? Having conversations with people, whether you're doing that through email or video or messaging or in person, there is an opportunity for you to create a conversational approach. The way that you write your content, is it, look at me, I have a new listing? Is it brand new, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom home in, Southwest, wherever, right? Or is it, imagine your opportunity to do XYZ, to live in XYZ, to have this sort of situation, to have this kitchen, to rest in this backyard, right? Then we talk about relationships and sphere of influences. Huge. I'm a big SOI person. We just signed a new listing a couple of days ago. Sphere of influence. If you don't, it is not your sphere of influence job to remember what you do for a living, nor is it their job to remember to promote you. It is your job to remind them what you do for a living. It is your job to teach them how they should refer you business. Okay. Then we got events. Events are huge. I'm a big believer in events. Last few weeks, I've been really harping and pushing on the idea of you guys going out there and doing market events, right? Where you are specifically speaking to people about their market and about what's happening in their market and about what needs to kind of happen for their prices to go up, or maybe they're coming down, or what the interest of potential buyers in their neighborhood are, right? Like, I'm talking bagels and coffee, guys, right? And having these happening in small communities and door knocking and letting people know that, you have an opportunity for them. So we'll get there. Niches. There's a saying that says there's riches in the niches, right? If you've got a niche, my niche for a very long time was military personnel, right? I'm a Marine. It just made sense. We speak the same language, we walk the same way, we have the same personality. We were just built, we were reborn different, the same, right? Affiliations, who you're affiliated with, what community events are you affiliated with, what community stuff are you affiliated with. There's all kinds of boards and fun stuff that you could be a part of that makes you a stronger part of the real estate community as well as your local community, right? Branding, that's you pushing yourself out. Influencers, using influencers to help you push your product, right? You've seen that before. How many of you have seen people, working out in their Instagram and then they like take a sip of this protein shake or something, right? These influencers are pushing something. Influencers could do the same for us. The thing is that we have not, or many real estate agents have not figured out how to communicate with the influencer and say, yo, if I pay you a little something, will you come and talk about this property? Will you promote my brand? Groups and communities, email, video, social media, search engines, commonalities, paid ads and leads, so forth and so on. So now let's talk about the real estate consumer census, right? So presentation of a property is everything. You guys know, you walk into a property and you already know just by the look on your consumer's face and sometimes your own face when you walk in there, visually, is it visually pleasing? What's the first thing that they see? You got to make your listing visually pleasing. You also have to have the skill and the ability and the confidence to tell your sellers what they need to do to prepare the house for sale. I know some of us have had some crazy listings where you don't even know how to tell them what to do, but you have to. This is our job. This is what we do, right? And so, I've had some crazy stuff. We had a cat lady that had, I think, like 60 cats in her house. I can't even tell you what the carpet smelled like. Okay, yes, carpet. She didn't never change the hardwood floors. All right, like we had to figure this out. Smell. I mean, hello, smell captivates their attention and retains their focus. So, are you putting out candles? I remember a long time ago, somebody goes, you know what the best trick for open houses is? And I said, what's that? And they said, go to the supermarket, you can buy chocolate chip cookies already made in the plastic container, right? From the bakery. We got Publix down here. I don't know if you guys have Publix, but we got Publix. And buy the nice fresh made cookies from Publix and you put them out on a tray. And then you buy cookie dough and you just put it into a tray and you throw it in the oven on low. You're not actually making the cookies, but the whole damn house smells like cookies. And so no matter no matter the fact that you bought those cookies in a plastic tray already made, pre-made, they're going to taste like homemade cookies because everybody's fallen into the visual and smell of it, right? All right, hearing, what do they hear when they're walking through the house? Do you bring a positive approach to it? It's a formative approach? Is it informal? Is it formal? Is it informative? So how you present the property is everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kitchen is not how you present the property. If you don't know what a kitchen looks like, ladies and gentlemen, send me a private DM. I'm going to take you to 10 different kitchens. We're going to have some fun, okay? But everybody knows what a kitchen looks like. Everybody knows what a bathroom looks like. But what is it about the kitchen that makes it special, right? Is it the soft closed doors? Is it the hardwood cabinets? Is it the stainless steel appliances? Is it the brand of the appliances? Are you familiar with different brands? Do you know the difference between Kenmore and Meili, right? We walked into our listing a couple of days ago, the new listing we picked up, they had a Lady Kenmore refrigerator. Now, so for those of you that are trying to figure out what a Lady Kenmore is, this is some old school stuff, okay? That lady's lived in that house for 50 years and that refrigerator is probably original, all right? So just giving you a heads up. However, they're changing it. All the appliances are getting changed to stainless steel appliances. They're going all new appliances. They're doing the whole thing. Why? Because we had the conversation. Hey, this is what you need to do, right? All right, so mental, most of the time, consumer can't see beyond what's immediately in front of them. So some of the things that we do to help in some of these listings is we will create renderings, digital renderings of what the house could look like if you changed a few things around, or what the house could look, what a room could look like if it had furniture in it. Like we've all sold a vacant home. It's very hard to sell a vacant home because for some reason, vacant homes always look smaller because they don't have the furniture in them, right? And people can't imagine what their couch is going to look like. And so if we just go and we get photos of the living room, and then we have digital renderings created of them, and I take these to Staples or Office Depot, and I have them blow it up on a board, on that corn board, and I get these little tripods. Okay, I buy the tripods on Amazon. They're cheap as hell, like the flimsy ones. You don't have to get sexy with it. Okay, you put the tripod up, you put the picture up in every room that you want a rendering up. See, the mental of that changes everything because you need them to focus on the possibilities, right? Like sometimes there's a wall that you know that if that wall was gone, it would open up the kitchen wide open to the rest of the living room and it'd just be a phenomenal thing. Why not showcase that? Why not have a digital rendering of what that looks like? By the way, with AI, with Fiverr, with so many other things out there, there's another photo company, I can't think of the name right now, but like all of these companies will do it and it won't cost you more than like maybe $10 to do these pictures, right? Less than $10 to do these digital renderings, and you need to give people a vision, give people a view of what it could look like. um I have another listing, beautiful house, an incredible townhouse. But when you look out the back window, the houses behind the house haven't been modernized or updated. They've been there a long time. So they look dilapidated. So people don't like it. Visual, mental. What are we going to do? We're going to plant some palm trees in the backyard, right? It's not the fact that the houses are there that worries them. It's the fact that they could see the houses from the master bedroom. So let's change that, right? We're changing that. All right. And then the win. Everybody wants to win. So helping them feel like they got the upper hand is where the win is. Now, this is when we get down into negotiations and you're having conversations with consumers that are interested in your listing. I'm going to give you guys a few tips on this. Number one, never get emotional about it. It's not your house. Still, right? It's too many times that real estate agents get emotional because they want the best for their client. Let win, you know? You have to learn how to make it seem like everybody won, right? Everybody won. So you want the people that you're working with to make them feel like they have an upper hand and they got the deal of a lifetime, while your seller is actually getting a great deal that they deserve, right? All right, moving on. So let's go into sorry, I got to move things around my screen here a little bit. All right, so let's get into pictures. All right, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. First of all, I'm going to say hire a professional. Please, guys, stop doing photos on your own. Unless you're a badass photographer, stop doing photos on your own. I know that you see the billboards where it says, you know, this photo taken on an iPhone 10 or whatever, iPhone X or 13 or whatever the hell is out right now. Like, hire a professional, okay? Let the professional come do what they do every single day on a daily basis, all right? You want to make sure that you have at least 3 walls in every image. Super important for imaging, okay? Straight and even angles are the best. None of the sideways stuff or up and down or all this craziness. Images focused on special features of the home, i.e., appliances, decoratives, features, views, pool, etc. Right? Use props and actors to create an experience when applicable. Right? By the way, you can do this in almost every listing. Right? If you've got friends or whatever, you're a spouse or whatever, and you want to say, hey, let's like, you know, do this scene where like, you know, you bring some lemonade outside and we sit down in the backyard and just kind of look at each other and pretend we're talking, right? Like, and just get that scene in there. Make the consumer feel like they can see themselves there. And that's what you're doing with these photos and videos, right? Okay. Create an ambiance that makes sure there's enough lighting, no dark photos, okay? No personal images reflected on the image, family photos, medications, things like that. Clear countertops, clear bathroom countertops, clear all this stuff. I always tell our sellers, take down all your personal pictures. For number one, when we come and take pictures, I don't want to put my pictures are going to go viral. So I don't want to put your family photos out there for the world to take. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when someone comes to see the house and you have an entire wall of family photos, the instant feeling of them kicking you out of your lifelong home and they can't see themselves there. So we need them to see themselves there. Remove yourself from the home. Begin to just even it out so that everyone gets an opportunity to see it. Avoid negative distortions. You know, man, this is, you know, we left this in there. I think it's important. It doesn't happen as much anymore, but man, the fish lens that people used to use, they used to attach it to the phone and take pictures with the fish lens. Please don't use that. It's horrible. Digital staging, we talked about that a little bit already. Now let's get into video creatives, right? In video creatives, I'm a big believer for you to be in the video. I call it the P. Diddy, right? For those of you that are as old as I am, I'm a hip hop fanatic, and Puff Daddy got famous not because he was a great producer and got some great acts, some great singers and some great rappers, and because of Biggie and all the other stuff, but it was also because he was in every single video, right? And they used to clown him for that. But guess what? P. Diddy is P. Diddy, and there's not one person in this world that doesn't know who P. Diddy is, right? And so, how do we make it so that there's not one person in your entire community that doesn't know who you are, right? How do we make it so that every time they see a property video, they see you in it? So that when they see you at Publix, when they see you at the grocery store, when they see you at the post office, go, hey, dude, I know you. I always see your videos. That's what you're looking for, right? You can even show proximity to shops and attractions. We use this drone kind of situation, right? So whoever your drone person is, they could shoot up from the house, do a 360 around the neighborhood and have little pointers come out to show how far things are. How far is Publix? How far is the elementary school? How far is the middle school? How far is the high school? How far is the post office, right? Things that are kind of within proximity, you can have little pointers come down and point them out. Walk through the home and give the buyer idea of the flow, right? So, you know, if you're doing video, you want that nice video of walking through the home, moving around the home. There's nothing wrong with you walking in through past the room while the camera's going through. Have fun with this, guys. The key here is to really have fun, but do quality video. You see, it says use actors yourself, friends, experience living in the home. And have fun, comedic, emotional, right? Like just really have fun. So what do you do with these videos? You get them out on social media, right? So when your videographer creates these videos, they should be giving you back a couple different types of videos. One is that normal horizontal TV size video that we all know that we put on social media, we put on YouTube, we put on every different platform, we put on websites, we put everywhere else, right? Then they should be giving you that horizontal, or I'm sorry, the vertical one for stories, right? So that you can put them in your Instagram stories, Facebook stories, YouTube shorts, and everything else, right? So you want to make sure you're getting those two types of videos. If your video guy's not doing that for you, let them know. That is a requirement from here on out, okay? In social media, you're putting them on your stories, posts, groups, reels, pages, Instagram, same thing, stories, reels, posts, right? LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp groups, whatever you need to do to promote it out there, okay? Your website should feature your listing videos. And then you want to share it with your sphere of influence. So this is a big one. This is a step that a lot of people forget. When you take on a new listing, there's nothing wrong to go into your entire sphere of influence, your friends, family, best friends, whoever else, right? Your attorney, your doctor, whoever's cool with you, and shoot them a message, say, hey, I got this new listing. If you know anybody interested in this area, please forward this to them. You don't know who they know, right? You could be double siding almost every deal if you just put in the extra work, right? Then of course there's the MLS, right? So the MLS, syndicates to thousands of websites, syndicates to Zillow, syndicates everywhere else, and you've got to be on the MLS. All right, and then be social on social. So get out there and capitalize everybody. Use the platforms, post your listings, tag your friends and family, your sphere of influence, tag influencers, tag colleagues. Sometimes you could tag influencers and they'll just repost it for you for no damn reason, right? Because they like the house, okay? Use hashtags on your posts. Use Chat GPT to figure some of this stuff out, right? Post a reel on TikToks, learn the demographics of the area. And you could even do videos, post videos of you holding up your phone, just like this in front of your face, talking about the property, the area that it's in, so forth and so on, okay? Giving live video walkthroughs, you could do that too. This is completely separate from the professional stuff. This is you taking on a live video, or somebody can hold it for you and go live on social media and have them walk around while you talk about the property, like as if you were doing a showing to somebody directly to their faces, right? You can run social media ads, you must, all right? Search engine ads and keywords and actionable items, all of these things you can create on Chat GPT. You know what? At the end of this, we're gonna open a page of Chat GPT and see if we can create one real quick so you can see what it looks like. All right, open houses and brokers opens. Before, didn't have to do too many open houses. You did one, so that way you didn't have to show the house 50 times. You did one open house so that 50 people could line up outside. Now, a little bit different. Schedule date and time, create a flyer for the event, door knock ahead of time, tell people that it's happening, post it on social media, create an ad for the day that it's happening. Don't plan on Thursday to have an open house on Saturday. No, you plan on Thursday to have an open house next Saturday, so that it gives you time to hit the neighborhood, to go to the Facebook groups and post it in there that have to do with the neighborhood, to run ads behind it, to get people to register that they're going to come, right? Canvass the neighborhood, hit every single door in the neighborhood, let them know what you're doing, okay? Have your information there, create pop-ups that you can have there, create your own flyers and things like that you can have in front of people so that they can grab it. That's where the print marketing comes in. 3 best photos of your property, attractive storytelling descriptions. If you're not a great storyteller, description writer, Chat GPT, right? Put together actionable phrases, put together important features of the house. Sometimes this is really great because, like we've got a listing right now that has Sonos speakers inside and out, that has a Savant camera system and alarm system, that has electric gate and garage, all of this accessible from your phone, lighting inside the pool, lighting outside, lighting on the top of the unit. And so when you have that, it's really nice to have a bullet point single pop-up sheet created where people could take it with them and go, wow, this property is priced well and it has all this stuff, things that I don't have to add later on, right? And then email campaigns. So I love emails. Emails do a few different things. Number one, it allows you to reach a large platform pretty quickly, right? Normally, these platforms, people that have connected to you some way, somehow. These are ad campaigns that we use using maybe MailChimp or Constant Contact or whatever the case is. And you shoot these email campaigns out. These email campaigns are designed to really get the masses to see your name on a consistent basis. Whether they open your email or not, they see your name on a consistent basis. And you want that, okay? The next piece is that there's a theory that says that ads are great, but things are sold in the email. So when you're creating these ads for your for your properties, find a way to gather those folks' information, put them into an email campaign that they're going to consistently get email campaigns about that property, and trying to push them to schedule an opportunity to see the property. Okay, that's really huge. So these are the couple ways that you can use email campaigns: the direct email campaign, and then the follow-up email campaign for the folks that hit the ad. Super huge. All right. We chatted about sphere of influence quite a bit: friends, families, past clients, colleagues, acquaintances, anybody else. Listen, you got to remind them and you got to tell them about your listing. Call them, email them, text them, send them the videos, do all that good stuff, right? Listen, your sphere of influence, they're rooting for you. They really are. They want you to win. They want you to win in this battle of the fittest when it comes to real estate, real agents, right? So be in there, okay? So at this point, listen, these are the best practices. There's a bunch of great things out there that are great for you. SA Contacts is an app that helps you download all the contacts on your phone. It helps you organize your sphere of influence and put them into different campaigns. There's an open house app. You just got to look for it. It's amazing. Remind is another great opportunity for you to gather information on the targeted area. Constant Contact is who we use for email campaigns. Canva is where we create our flyers, events, presentations, posts, all that other stuff. Chime is the CRM that we use with our property pages. We use Wix and another system that we're going to be introducing to you guys in about a month for website creation and as well as funnel creation. And then Facebook Ads Manager is where you're going to create your Facebook ads. It is now a Meta Business Manager. And so you can create not only your Facebook ads, but your Instagram ads in one place. A lot of this information, a lot of the classes that I do is inside of our academy, guys. So if you're not a member of the Freedom Achiever Academy, go to freedomachieveracademy.com or scan this QR code, get a 7-day free trial for our platform. I think you guys will absolutely love it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick, and I'm going to jump in, and I would love to get some questions. I'm going to go through the chat real quick. Ozone spray, ozone spray. Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Box Brownie, Andrew, that's right. Box Brownie is the photography company. You could send them a picture of an empty room. They will send you back a picture with a beautiful couch and beautiful table and TV on the wall. There'll even be a picture of some show on the TV, okay? Rosie says, sell the lifestyle. Absolutely, right? Like, it's not only about the home. Sometimes it's more about what am I close to? And does this suit my current lifestyle situation? Am I a single dude or do I have 4 daughters, right? Like, I can tell you right now, I was born and raised in the Bronx. I'm a Puerto Rican kid. Like I went to the Marine Corps. Now, fast forward a bunch of years, I am a family man. I got 4 daughters. I got my mother and my mother-in-law live in my house. Like, I could tell you that I needed to be in a different home at every stage of that life, right? Like, and listen, when I was younger, I wanted to be partying. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was a knucklehead. I had kids. Now you're a father, right? You're trying to do things differently. You're a loving husband, like so forth, so on. So every one of those opportunities gives you a different opportunity to change to a different lifestyle. Daniel says, Daniel, can you post models and photos at the home on the MLS? I don't think so, right? Yeah, you can. I would check with your local MLS, though. Let me rephrase that. I'm assuming that every association is going to have their own rules and regulations when it comes to it. I know that there is I believe in Miami, the rule is that the real estate agent themselves cannot be in a photo promoting themselves, meaning there can't be a photo that says David Kurz, 786-299-2532, right? Like, I can't do that because then that's going to syndicate and it creates an unfair advantage for the purpose behind what the MLS is for, right? But like, I don't know, you hire somebody to lay out by the pool or, have brunch in the backyard or something like that, it's a different situation. All right. Any other questions for me? Any other questions? Any other questions? So my wife just made a comment right now because she's sitting in the back of the room over there, and she said developers do it all the time. So right, developers are always putting out, lifestyle photography. It's not just about the property. All right. Now, those of you that have these crazy great marketing opportunities like listing power packs and all that other stuff, like think about the photos that go on these power packs. You can use those too. Remember, you have to choose, right? So imagine great lifestyle photos, great people having fun in the backyard, right? Like imagine, two guys, two girls sitting in the backyard, it's beautiful pool, lighting, everything's gorgeous, and they're cheersing with mimosas and Sunday morning, right? Like people look at that and they go, that picture versus this is the pool. People look at that and they go, wow, that could be us, babe. Like that could be us, right? All right. Anybody else have any questions, comments, questions, concerns, or anything like that? Excuse me. I've been talking for a minute. Let me have some coffee. All right. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions or concerns, anything like that, we're here every single Thursday at 11 a.m. I'll actually still be on the road next Thursday, but I'm still going to be doing my session. And so we'll still be around. All of these are recorded. They can be found in our Facebook group. I go live on Facebook groups. Rosie and Rob, their videos can also be found on my YouTube page. So, if you want to find me on YouTube, just go David Adam Kurz on YouTube. We've got some like maybe 800 some videos on YouTube. A lot of great stuff on there. And then, of course, there's the freedomachieveracademy.com. So hit it up, get a 7-day free trial. If you hate it, cancel it. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic, fantastic week. Wishing you massive success in our market, and we'll see you soon.